Here's the valley overlooking the Three Sisters. Very cool. Here's the cable car machinery. We come out onto the cableway. Right, Patty?
I didn't hear you.
Wow, look at that. Let me zoom in.
Oh, good timing.
Isn't that beautiful? Wow.
My name's Aiden. I'm going to be your driver taking you down into the Jamison Valley this morning. It's going to be a 220 metre descent from this big metal tower down to that valley below. So if you're afraid of heights, it's far too late, so just hold on.
I'm sorry. Oh my. Well.
So it's open at night already?
Woo!
They're doing the night.
Started.
Are you working?
Oh, that's cool.
Wow. That is cool. Oh my.
Okay, ladies, one more.
Oh wow. This is nice.
So folks, as we're heading on down, if you haven't got a good view of the Three Sisters yet this morning, they are over on our left-hand side. They've been up on top of that escarpment for the past 14 million years. But this is the only real ride that you get to see them from a good side-on angle, and you can just get the skyline behind it. However, that beautiful whitish haze that you can see over in the distance, that is actually the Rayleigh scattering effects that we get up here in the Blue Mountains. Because it is a little bit colder at night at the moment, it is condensing down a fair bit, and that's why it's appearing a little bit whiter to us. Water and oil condense together. As that will expand out, and when the light refracts through that, that's what gives us our spectacular blue hue up here in the Blue Mountains. And fun fact, Blue Mountains, we're not actually blue when you're nice and close to us. We don't have a single mountain in the entirety of our national park. Instead, the Blue Mountains were given their name when explorers were still coming up to come and explore this area and have a look around. And they called us the Blue Mountains when they were a bit over 40 kilometers away from us. So, turns out, we just ended up with a pretty good marketing team. But we're going to get you down into one of very few surviving rainforests that still exist here in the Blue Mountains National Park. That's the Jamison Valley Rainforest. As we come into the canopy, you can see that it is very thick and dense thanks to that 5-leaf water vine growing up on any tree which will allow it to. And the closer down we get to the soil, the change in the trees is quite significant. So we've even got these rough bark tree ferns, which are those massive fern-looking trees.
Wow.
So you know what we're doing, Aiden?
There's the Three Sisters. And that's looking down in the valley. And here's the cable car that we rode this morning coming down to get us. Cool.
So, enjoy it. They don't actually have a name in themselves. They're just,
These cliffs are just gorgeous.
they do have a whole bit of
So we're back on the cable car coming up from the valley.
Call it the Scenic World Wall.
And that's the wall that keeps the rainforest.
Yep.
The valley ball. Wow. Again, I'm on an observation deck on the cable car. There's the Three Sisters looking over the valley, sandstone rock, the cableway. Wow, what a beautiful day. I'm sitting here drinking my new favorite drink, a flat white. Look that one up. All right, very cool day.
Sandstone plateau, that is Mount Solitary. Stretches about 2.5 kilometers to the right, so that large, long sandstone escarpment that is Narrow Neck, and then to the left-hand side, about 2.5 kilometers to King's Table Land. In the front right corner, we have the Three Sisters. The Three Sisters were formed roughly 14 million years ago. They're formed due to erosion, pretty much like everything else in this valley. Now, the sandstone that they were formed out of does date back roughly
Here we are at the waterfalls. Having me a lovely day. Alright, you can see a lot of people here. See you later. There is the cable car going across the main road over to the east point. And there's the waterfalls going down in the valley. Wow. I don't know how far drop that is, but it is quite a ways. Alright. There's the cable car going back west to east. Very good. Look at that valley. Wow. Blue mountains. Alright, so here we are on the other side of the valley, and there's no safety rails here. This cliff goes down hundreds of feet for sure, maybe thousands. Ooh, watch my step. Wow. I can't describe this place. Here, I'll turn you around. Yeah, there's just no way.
I'm just like, I can't even.
It's just hard to capture this. This valley is huge.